I was gonna say, well, talking about Chad moves, the Manga Minute manga here is pretty much all about a dude just being so Chad that
Dude,
like
it's awesome.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's a not a mechanic. It's like a relationship style that doesn't even exist in real life. It doesn't even make sense.
That's true. You know, it's done by the same person who does Takagi-san, which is also
Yeah.
probably a relationship that doesn't exist in real life.
Right.
So
Well, that one seems more
that's-
believable.
Well, I
but
think actually
I'll
all
let you
rom-com
explain what it is.
Basically,
Yeah, yeah.
it's called Shogi Senpai, which is Shogi,
Shogi.
is whatever. Shogi. I had corrected it while I was saying it, but you had to put me on blast. You had to embarrass me in
help
front
it.
of all of the passengers. It's Shogi Senpai. So Shogi is basically the Japanese version of chess. I don't know. It's complicated. There's like little drawings, and they this little, not pentagram, but
Well, it is it's like a pentagon, but probably not literally, because I think pentagons are certain. It has 5 sides, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
box with a triangle on top.
yeah, there you go. That's the best way to do it. It's their club after school, and it's only got 2 people. It's got this cute looking girl and this. I guess since she is the senpai, he's the kohai, so he's younger. So she's maybe a year older, but she doesn't look it. She looks like the 5,000-year-old loli.
Well, I mean, they're like in high school, and I mean, that's just his art style. It's not that exaggerated.
Yeah, they're in the club, and I don't even know how to describe it, really. It's basically like he'll do something that says like very just forward that he likes her without saying it. Like
he'll just say like, "You're cute," randomly. Or something like that.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure you love me," and he's like, "I don't know about that." Like he's like, he's so forward and direct about what he's thinking, but then she'll be like, "Oh, so you like me?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know about that." Or he'll say, "I think you're reading too much into things," after he just said she's cute, she doesn't need to do anything else. Like, or he wanted to walk home with her, or his whole thing that day was he finds her at her house one day. She's like carrying groceries home.
Yeah.
And he's
I
like,
was gonna mention this.
Yeah, and he pops out of nowhere, and he's like, she says, "Fancy meeting you here. It's lucky." And he's like, "No, it's deliberate. I had business with you." And she's like, "Oh, weird." And so they
He's like, "I called your home to find out where you were, and then I intercepted you here, basically."
And he's like, "Here, give me the groceries. I'll carry them for you." And she's like, she's thinking, "Oh, that's nice." And so they walk together, they have a little chat, and then they get to her house, and she's like, "Oh, what was the business that you had?" And he's like, "Oh, I just wanted to walk with you." And it's like that's the type, it's like the Chad alpha, like he does so many things that are so outgoing, which is completely the opposite of way the Japanese rom-com normally acts. The normal MC is the person that is agoraphobic, is a fear empty space. What's the one for a fear of girls? Because that's what they normally have.
Gynophobic, something like that. Like
probably like that.
GYN.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's the stereotypical MC trope of the Japanese mangas. But this dude's like Alpha Chad, and it's like, I don't actually know their names. I think they just go. I think they're.
Yeah, I know. It's such a short manga. It's like 20 pages total right now.
Yeah, there's 7 chapters, and each one is about 4 pages. So it's like a little short thing. It won't take you more than 30 minutes to go through the whole thing. But I definitely recommend it. He sees her sitting on the porch outside of class one day, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, senpai?" And it's like, "Oh, I saw you had a long face. You were looking sad. What's up?" And it's like, "What's worrying you?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm worried that I'm not good at stuff." This is the girl. And it's like, "I'm worried that I'm not good at stuff." And he's like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about being athletic."
He was saying like, "Your hair's so perfect. Your smile's great. That kind of thing."
You might be bad at sports, but you're cute, so it doesn't matter. Is exactly what he says to her. And she's like, "What?" Yeah. Like, he's like, "Your smile is super cute, and your face is equally beautiful. Your hair is so smoothie and silky and so fragrant," which is always a great thing to say. It's like, he's just embarrassing her. It's like, it's just fantastic. It's clear that she likes him as well. She's trying to get him to confess, but of course he never does.
Well, he kind of says it in the first chapter. Like, it's kind of like a throwaway line, but he doesn't want to confess until he can beat her at shogi. And
yeah, exactly.
He's not good at it, and she's good at it.
Basically, he goes all out, and he tells her how cute he thinks she is and things like that, but he won't ever confess to her until he wins the shogi match. And so there's so many great little tidbits in there. It's a short manga minute for a short little manga. I think it's a fun read. It sounds like, you didn't hate it when you read it.
See, I'm really worried because you're you're boiling my frog into accepting the Takagi verse, and then that's a slippery slope to get down into like terrible, terrible manga.
Someday you will appreciate Nagatoro.
I don't want to though. That's the thing.
It's like a fine wine.
And that's why I generally avoid them, because I'm scared and I don't want to get into them.
Right. Well, we'll just get you into rom-com, and then eventually you'll run out of that.
Thing. But yeah. I will say though that I do hope that this is part of the Takagi verse, just because I think that would be funny. And the guy already has like 3 or 4 mangas set in that setting. So for all we know, they go to the same school.
I think it's fair to say that. In fact, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like I've seen them in the background.
That would be so cool.
Before.
In fact,
I'm almost positive. Yeah.
One of the spin-offs is of a girl who like ships all of her classmates. It'd be cool if they had a chapter.
Now, this isn't one of the girls from that, because she has a very similar hairstyle. I almost want to go back and like double check that it's not the same girl that's in the 3-girl spinoff of Takagi. But I don't think it is.
I'm saying like it'd be cool if the spinoff main girl did an episode shipping the Shogi couple.
Oh yes, I could see that.
Yeah, because I think the main Takagi pair are in that spinoff as like the targets of a few episodes or chapters.
Yes, they are. Yes.
So that would be cool. I'm just such a sucker for stupid crossovers and stuff.
It's the most ambitious crossover, even if it is the same thing. Just gonna give a quick shout out to Bushido, who is the translator and the scanlator of this manga. Right. I don't know if that's a group. I don't know if he has anything. I didn't check.
Yeah, it looks like it's just one dude. But the one shot did have like a full group to it. I didn't catch their name.
Oh shoot! See, I hate when they're different ones.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then I'll shout it out, and then it'll be like, oh, we just translated the latest chapter. Everybody else did this one, you know. So, but right now,
who knows who does what?
Yeah, but if I do go back and look and they have a manga dex or anything like that, I will link it in the Mega Minute video description on YouTube.